Hey Sagittarius, it's your girl I.am.Tiffanee. Sagittarius, how you doing? Hello. Alright, let's get this started. I like to keep this short and simple. Let's just get through it, Yes, let's get through it. This week, or this message, I'm doing 3 decks. The first deck is going to tell us, like, the subject of the reading. The second deck's going to, like, confirm what I intuitively feel like the message is, or clarify or give us the message. And the third deck is going to be the advice that the Spirit has for you, Sagittarius. Okay? Let's get this started. Spirit, what advice, Spirit, what divine messages do you have for the Sagittarius? What's the subject of the message with this deck, Spirits? Today is the new moon in Scorpio. How y'all feeling? How you doing? I woke up feeling good, y'all. I had some very intense, in a good way, dreams last night. I had at least 4 that I can think about. And I woke up feeling good, feeling happy, like feeling really grateful and appreciative. Like, life has been good. And it's getting better. I just feel it. I feel it. Life is just... I'm in for a great treat. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. All right, bottom of the deck. Cool. Great fortune. Sagittarius, are we on the same wavelength? Okay. Great fortune at the bottom of the deck. Or what's on the table is a house. So you got great fortune and house. Maybe you getting money to get you a house, to buy you a house, to move into a new house, whether you're renting or buying, or just to move, to move somewhere new. Whether it's a house, an apartment, condo, townhouse, whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Great fortune. I just feel like you came up on something that you're able. Well, I say finally able, but you're able to just move where you want to, maybe where you want to move, or just move into a new home. You change the scenery. Maybe something had ended, and like a relationship or a lease or something, to where you're like, okay, I need my own place. And maybe before you wasn't able to get your own place. Now you can. Or Spirit is telling you to save up your money. Okay, start saving up your resources, your money, and everything, so you can get your own place. Spirit, what divine messages do we have for the Sagittarius for the week? I already pre-shuffled all the decks, but I like to still do a little more shuffling. Bottom of the deck, unbound, releasing soul pattern, contracts, and past lives. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I feel like something ended, like a relationship. Whether it's a romantic relationship, friendship, something to where you was living with somebody, family, you was living with somebody, it ended. Either y'all broke up, it ended, or you're just like, okay, I need my own place. I'm ready. I'm able. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I mean, this could even be family. Maybe you was living with your family, and maybe while you was living with your family, because, not saying you were living with them this whole time. Maybe something happened to where you had to move in with your parents or your family or whatever. And something happened. And during the time you was living with them, with your parents, with your family, realizations occurred while living with them. I feel like everything happens for a reason. The older I get, like, I don't judge, period. I try, even when my shadow side want to judge, I'm like, stop. Nobody's perfect. Life is not perfect. Life is always is up and down roller coaster. And I mean, like, with drama and negative shit. I'm just saying, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's good, sometimes, you hit rock bottom, or sometimes just, you have a slow time, a bad time, and to where, like, you could be living out on your own, having fun, living life, till something happens and it's out of your control, or, or maybe you fucked up and then you had to move in back with your parents. I don't judge. Shit happens. I've been there. I've been there. I've gone through it, going through it. Like, everything happens for a reason. I feel like if you had to circle back to square one, Circle back to living back with your parents. I feel like it's a lesson that needs to be learned. Your own personal lessons that you need to learn. Maybe there's lessons within your family that you need to learn. Like, for instance, childhood trauma, you know. I think, and then when you open yourself up to wanting a better life, to wanting to get better, to wanting to be happy, to wanting to heal from pain and trauma, you got to start back at the source. Your source is who you grew up with, your parents, or whoever raised you. And I'm not saying your parents or, whoever raised you was bad people. I'm not saying that. Or maybe they were. I'm saying that something happened. Even if, or I'm not saying that your childhood was bad per se. I just feel like it got to be something. And I say that because what I've learned to realize this past year is that, which I've always known, but regarding to like when you romantically dealing with people or just people period, but you forget about your parents. Your parents, what I'm trying to say is love languages. Your parents raised you and loved you. If they did, they loved you the way they like to be loved, the way they was loved, right? That doesn't necessarily means that's how you need to be loved. Okay, maybe your parents loved you one way. They showed you their love the way they could show you their love, but maybe that wasn't the way you needed to be loved. I already said that. So, and it could have inadvertently, unconsciously caused trauma, deep-wounded trauma in your life. Could have been deep trauma or could have been shallow trauma, whatever. I don't know. But just look back in your child. If you had to go back to square one, either it's living with your parents, living with your grandparents, living with your siblings that, y'all didn't get along with, and you're like, I don't know I don't remember, or maybe you did remember what happened in your childhood. Be like, that was our childhood. Can we talk about this? Can we heal from this? What did I do to you? Or what do you need from me? And this is what I need from you. Let's talk about it. Let's heal from it. Let's move on with life. Let's close that chapter with a good standing, with good energy. Because I want to release all the trauma in my life so I can finally live in peace and real happiness within myself. And it all starts from square one. Unbound yourself. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So the card that's actually on the table, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Confirmation. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. That's why I said the second deck is going to be confirmation for the message I'm already giving you intuitively. Thank you. Thank you. Transformation. So like I said, when you start from square one, what do they call it? Ground zero. Okay, and then you go to the next level, to whoever next you need to heal from. The next level, it starts with family. It starts with whoever raised you, whoever you grew up with, whoever is close to you. You're gonna have to become vulnerable, open yourself up, awaken yourself up to what the trauma was, the pain was, right? And you need to talk to yourself about it so you can figure it out, whatever, and then express it to that person. And it has to be an open conversation. You don't just talk at them, all right? Let them talk. Let them listen to what you're saying. Digest that information. Maybe in that same standing, or maybe hours later, or the next day, or next week, let them respond. Okay? Y'all need to have a healthy conversation. And if it's not able to have a healthy conversation, if this person refuses to accept their part and or them be vulnerable so they can tell their part, then at least you tried. Okay? At least you tried. At least you got it out of your chest, right? Off your chest. And you put it out there and let it be known. And whether that person reciprocates, you need to be able to be strong enough to heal yourself and to accept it and to release that pain, release that trauma. If you're unable to do it, go to therapy. Go to a therapist. You got to get it out, and you got to be able to release that trauma, okay? So you can have this transformation and have this deep healing. Okay. I'm telling you, that it goes a very, 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 very long way. When you realize, when you're able to enlighten yourself, when you're able to understand, acknowledge the trauma, the root of the trauma. The root of the trauma is not niggas or females that you done dated and been with, friends. It's not that. That's just a continuation. The root of your problem is who raised you, who you grew up with in your family, whether you was with your parents, your blood family, or adopted family. Okay? That's the root of it. Once you understand the root of it, you will become enlightened. And then you can start your journey of that deep healing. And then when you reach the end of the tunnel, that light, I'm telling you, you will finally realize and understand what real happiness is. What real peace is. People will be trying to find happiness in other people or in money and buying things. I mean, yeah, they make you feel good. Definitely. But that's a momentarily of happiness. And you know, to find genuine and real happiness